I've got my man Sam and Mr. Tom here. We're gonna get going in a couple ticks here, but first, all right. Once again, welcome to the road trip. How you doing, my man? Sam, how you doing?
I'm doing well, thank you, Gary. Thanks for having me on again. It's always a pleasure to be here on a Saturday late afternoon with my pals and my buddies.
Cool. And Mr. Tom, how are you doing?
Greetings. Caught the flu bug yet again. So I'm surviving, I guess. But no, seriously, I'm fine. It's all fun.
Cool.
The Simpsons are fun. biological situations in the body that don't usually happen on a day-to-day basis. Amazing.
Cool.
And not
surprises.
curry induced.
Yes, of course.
Yeah. And
well,
as you can see, I think we're all coordinated. They're all wearing dark tops, or we're in the dark, whichever one,
Yeah,
or we're on a dark couch.
Yeah, dark jumper or sweatshirt, as you say, over that side of the pond.
It's a little dark.
I thought this was a funeral for Cristiano Ronaldo's international career.
Oh,
Hey,
God,
you got a lot of that. Lewandowski's out, right? I mean, they've got a lot of these. It looks like Neymar's out as well. His international career is over now. Yeah. I mean, got a lot of people saying bye-bye. And say hi to the guys in the chat. Colonel Ward, welcome to the show. Yeah, I'm a little late. I put out all my tweets had the wrong link on it. I'm glad you guys were able to catch on and get in. But welcome to the show. Steven is out there. Hopefully, you're home. You're in your warm house, chilling out, or you might be out and about. But welcome to the show.
Big up, Steve.
Misfit. Yep.
Yeah, but if they subscribe and then click the notification bell, it doesn't matter because it'll notify them anyway.
Very true. So make it easy on yourself. Like Mr. Tom said, click the notification bell and you won't miss a live show again.
And then Gary's links to his pornography preferences are irrelevant in terms of finding the show.
That is not where...
Yes.
What? No. We're starting already? Is that how we're going to go? We're going to start here already?
Yes, we like it.
We're starting there already. Very good. Yeah. So, like I said, Ronaldo is out. We're seeing a lot of our the big stars of today, or should I say, just yesterday, bowing out and probably seeing their last go around in this World Cup thing. Ronaldo's his fourth. He's probably definitely done, right? Can't see him doing this again. Sammy G. Colonel Ward.
Don't you know I'm a fully qualified rapper.
There you go.
I have 3 albums
Went to rapper college.
They're big in Norway. You just see that's the thing. They're big in Norway.
I'm big in Norway. I'm big anywhere I am because I'm a fat bastard. But anyway, I'm big in Norway. I'm Sammy G. That's my name. I drop some lyrics everywhere I go.
Who do you think Harland and Erdegaard listened to before the matches? It's Sammy G going at it.
How do you think I got them in my, in my tractor beam to get to Arsenal?
Sam spitting lyrics.
Straight facts.
Exactly.
All right, so here we are. We are into. Who's joining? This is I believe this is a new person to the show. Pacho Paradise. The audio kind of Does that mean you?
Bad, I think.
I can't
Twitch.
hear it.
That's on Twitch.
That is interesting. You know what? Let me just check and see how it sounds on Twitch myself.
You mean I'm on Twitch?
You are on Twitch, man. You are going places,
Twitch,
man. You are going places. Let's see how Twitch is sounding. I'm gonna check it out myself here. I always usually log on just to make sure everything is good there. Let's see what we
Muted.
have.
No, you're not
You,
muted.
you know what? It's muted. Let's see. You know what? You know what? Twitch automatically mutes you. Twitch automatically mutes.
Why?
I don't know. So you need to mute the video. I believe it's because I just checked it just now. I can hear myself talking to myself.
Oh, it has the thing in the corner where you have to say tap to unmute, isn't it?
No, it's at the bottom right of the video, bottom left of the video. There's a little speaker there. It's got a little X next to it. At least when I see it over here in Twitch.
Right.
So hopefully, Pacho Paradise, that works for you. Oh, I'm gonna just chat with you over here. Hello.
I mean, if he does unmute us, he'll quickly regret.
Don't waste the Twitch. That's like you.
Man, I'm all over, man. It's a play on words. Don't waste your trip. But
yeah, I can tell. Yeah.
No, it should be easy. It's you guys.
Robert doesn't, which is a shooter game.
He wants to play some video game, dude. I am not. I'm sorry, but this
we're not playing video games.
Here, this is a nonsense game that we got here. It's called Nonsense, and it's called
Road
Trip.
I've heard of it. I don't know
Roblox,
what it is.
I think it's those. It's like those blocks of characters moving around the screen. I think. So,
okay.
Well, we're talking Arsenal here. Hopefully, you want to join. If not, come back and check it out. But see you. Sounds like you want video games. And sorry,
later, Pacho.
Pacho has joined us. So we got somebody joined us from Twitch, right? So we are expanding our reach on the peoples.
We are going places. We are going places.
This reminded me of the time Ned Flanders in The Simpsons nearly got arrested when basically the police knocked on his door and went, "Are you Ed Flanders?" He went, "No, I'm Ned Flanders," and the cop went, "My mistake." And that was it.
Oh, it's like Minecraft. All right, there you go.
That was when he was describing the one time he had a brush with the law. It was the time a copper got his name slightly wrong.
Bloody hell.
Yep. What's Minecraft?
It's just the video game with the kid. I know the kids play it. My daughter was playing it, so
yeah,
I know that much. So the kids
love it.
Kids play it. Oh man! All right. So
who's Tom?
Who is Tom?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't know. Don't know who Tom is.
It's probably a twat.
Yeah, most Toms are.
Normally criminals. A lot of Toms are criminals.
Yeah.
All right. So let's do a quick little review of this match here. Yeah. So as we said, Morocco actually only has to play 105 minutes of football, as opposed to everybody else having to play 130. So they got out in 90 minutes of football, basically. Very good for them.
I'll tell you what though, they were excellent today. Like outside of the great save from the Felix shot in like the last 15 minutes or so. Pepe also should have scored at the end with the header. Like if he gets proper connection on it, it should be a goal.
João Felix. João Felix is only talking about that shot. I mean, I know it's hard to do, but he either had the near post, or if he gets that just a bit closer to the post there, he scores, right? I mean, he's got.
Yeah, it's a great save. Yeah. But other than that, Portugal didn't lay a glove on him. Like, it was a controlled defensive display. Like, normally in this sort of match, you sit there just assuming that the European powerhouse is going to eventually grind their defence down or get a penalty. And Morocco were just very careful. It was like, no, we're not going to give the referee any decisions to make. We're going to just... It was great. I like... And I've been a critic of theirs, or not so much theirs, but more the narrative that they are amazing, when it's like, well, no, they were very similar to Greece in 2004, basically, where they were shit as in their ways to victories. But no,
I was thinking the same today.
Excellent.
Yeah,
they were good.
I don't know if we want to get to where we're going that's what the road trip's all about. We usually kind of switch gears, anyways. But yeah, I hear you. I hear you, Big Gunner. And you know what? Bernardo Silva had an opportunity, if you remember, on a free kick right in the corner there. It looked like he fell asleep because he kind of walked in really gingerly into the 18. And then when the cross came in, he was late, so he had to stretch for it. But if he was on his P's and Q's, as they say, he probably boots that thing and probably scores. So they had more than enough opportunities, and Portugal should have scored in one of their last two attacks, if you remember, in that match as well. I mean, there was a touch where instead of him touching it off to the right to give it to one of his teammates for like a one-on-one with the goalkeeper, he taps it back to himself and loses it. And then another opportunity goes by the wayside when another player, I think, also extra touches. And so, both teams had an opportunity to either put it away or draw it up and go to extra time. So
my favourite part of the match, Gary and Sam, to be fair, was when they tried to do the free kick that Holland did last night, where they tried to basically shit as it around the wall. And it was a great example of yesterday. If they hadn't have scored from that, it would have been, why didn't you shoot? It was last kick of the game type thing. And then today it was, because you look like an absolute prick if it goes badly.
I'll tell you
what, I was just going to say they tried too many short things.
I'll just say this one little thing, Gary, and you can come in. There are very few footballers in the world of football that I want to punch in the face and knock the fuck out. And one of them is Bruno Fernandes. I just want to say that. Go ahead, Gary.
That had absolutely nothing to do with what we were talking about, I believe. Except for the fact that he was the one taking the free kick.
He took the free kick. Horrible. He was. I did say during the game, so this is relevant to what Sam just said, where I said with about 5 minutes left in injury time, I was like, Portugal have given up, and basically I was saying to me, no, they've not. They're still. It's in Marco's half now. I was like, no, but their body language, because Fernandes basically had the look on his face as if like the baby had took his toys out of his pram, basically.
They were fighting. I mean, verbally having a go at each other. But that team just didn't have, the cohesion and the connection you want for a team that's going to progress in a World Cup. Yeah. And now Fernandes, for me, he's a diving, cheating twat, and he's one of these guys that as soon as you turn your back, he has a go at you, and he's a horrible, disgusting twat of a player.
So you don't. Yeah. No, but I was going to say, you were talking about the corners, not the corners, but the free kicks there from Bruno. And I'm like, at some point, stop with the short kicks. I mean, he tried one and it got intercepted by the defender. You're like, what are you doing? If you bring Ronaldo in, get the ball in the box, because he's not going to come out. You don't want him to come out to get it. So just put the ball in the box, right? You saw, I think Ramos got a header at one point, when they put the ball in the air. But yeah. And as Thunder Road, before you say anything, I think Big Gunner, welcome to the show. I see you. I noticed that you checked out. You saw the Instagram post I put in there. Thunder Road, welcome to the show. And yes, R.I.P. to Grant Wall, sports journalist in the soccer world over here in the States. Passed away.
I couldn't find anything on that. But then that's because yesterday you told me his name's Grant Wall, so I spelt it Grant Wall, and it's not Grant Wall, is it? It's Grant Wall.
No, very much. Yeah, no, I mean, at least the latest thing that I saw is, I mean, there was the initial post out there from his brother talking about foul play, but then there's also reports that said he visited a facility where there were some sick, a lot of sick people there, and so. I saw something about bronchitis in him in the Twitterverse.
Yeah.
So who knows what is going on there?
Yeah.
Maybe we'll find out. Maybe we won't.
Yeah. No, I had read. Obviously, foul play is going to be because of the coincidence of him being denied access to a game because of his choice of apparel. Let's just say. But
all right. Yeah. Him. Yeah.
But yeah. But
there's going to be all kinds. There's going to be all kinds of speculation now, isn't there?
He was the main American football coverage guy, to my understanding. So basically, he had basically covered a lot of games in the space of this month.
Yeah.
So people are speculating also that it's not unreasonable like that it all would have.
Yeah.
I mean, I
Is
thought
it fair
what was
to say
interesting.
got of him? I don't know, but
Well, I find it
I
interesting
don't know.
as well. I mean, his wife is an infectious disease doctor on the global scale. So, we
Well, it's
shall
all just
see.
speculation, isn't it? We don't
Yeah,
really know
yeah,
until some
yeah,
official word comes out from his family, or I don't know if
I
they'll
watched.
even share that information. But it's
yeah.
all just speculation, is it? But anyway, yeah.
Of
All
course
right.
it is.
R.I.P.
Before
Rest in
before you
peace.
guys continue on, let me just say hello to a couple more people who have joined us. Ray from Arsenal Fan Circle, he's
You got
joined
Ray
us.
boy.
Good afternoon, and yes, RIP to Grant. And the Assembled has also joined us.
Hey.
Evening. So welcome to the show. As we were just chatting here.
Road trip, assemble.
Yes, we're
Yes.
so
Yeah.
So as we were saying, that story's a little crazy. You've got that story. You've got yes, it's probably it's a very mysterious, and I'll test you if we can touch it. I'm sure. Yeah, the trick is whether or not they're going to actually provide the details of that one. That's going to be interesting to see. Also, you got Grant Wall and you got Ben White. That whole whatever's going on with that. It sounds like he personal or family reasons, and then it also seems like basically football team relationship reasons as well could be the cause. He's not practicing with Arsenal, so it's not a injury or anything like that. So, it doesn't seem like it's an injury. It doesn't seem like unless he's getting punished by them too.
Well,
right?
see, again, we don't want to speculate, but
Yeah.
if he's not training if he's back in the UK and he's not training, well, actually, I mean, yeah, if he's actually back in the UK and he's not over in Dubai training with Arsenal, then to me that does point to a family issue, because if it was just an England coach, bust up or whatever, he would just go to Dubai and say, okay, I'll go back to Arsenal. I mean, so so if he's back in the UK, then it's probably something family related. Anyway, we shouldn't really speculate, but we hope of course he comes back as soon as possible. We want him for Boxing Day.
What I would say about that though, and it's not really about what he has or hasn't done, it's just the fact of people saying, Southgate hasn't, as just said, it's like Southgate's not going to say anything specific about it while they're still in the tournament.
Yeah.
And while he's still the England manager. He's not going to bring more attention to the situation by saying what happened or what did or did not happen. He's going to say the party line or the most sensible thing, which is to basically go personal reasons.
Yeah.
Sure.
What's that right or wrong? But it's common sense to not. Imagine if he play devil's advocate. Imagine he turned around and said, "Oh yeah, he doesn't watch football. Like, how dare he not watch football and not know about the American team when we go to a team meeting? Like, how does that help anyone for him to say that going into a quarterfinal against France?"
No, for sure. I mean, that could be, we're speculating as well, but that's another reason why, they're going to be tight-lipped about this, because you don't want to break, biggest game for pretty much all of these players right now at this point. So
one thing I will say on that speculation though is I don't believe that he doesn't get along with majority of the England squad, because I personally I don't think Calvin would stand for it, because Calvin's very likable and he would basically
he seems like he
takes him in.
It seems like he would be able to hang out with Grealish based on some of the videos we've seen with Grealish, right? So it sounds like, I think only Sterling's house was burglarized, at least on the England squad. But he's back. So he's back today. Yeah. So I think for me also Ben White's demeanor on some of those videos is basically why a lot of that happens. He does look a little standoffish in some of those videos, right? Not welcoming in terms of chatting it up with the reporters. But we know, like you said, we see like a lot of the videos with him out and about with his friends, so we know that he's pretty, I guess, a cool guy to hang out with for some. My dog is whining. I don't understand. I feed him. I do feed him, people. I do.
I thought it was one of my victims.
I'm gonna have to
Sorry.
try and. I'll be right back. You guys don't kill the channel in the 2 seconds.
We'll try not
away.
to. 5 minutes is normally not long enough, but we'll try.
I will say, to be fair to Ben White, or the situation is, obviously I would know more about Ben White than the average non-Arsenal fan because of the fact that he played for my team. And the thing you learn very quickly is that he doesn't like football. He's very good at it. He doesn't like it. That's not a new thing. Like, I think Dani Alves played for Barcelona, doesn't like football. Yeah. Literally, it's an occupation. There are players. It's very rare. But
he's doing a job he doesn't like, basically.
Yeah, but that's 99% of the planet.
I know. I'm just saying, it's so weird for a footballer to be in a job they don't like, because that's normally a footballer. They're doing their dream, right? They're experiencing their dream. 99% of them. But as you say, there are a few of them who don't really enjoy it as much. But coming back to Ben White, he doesn't strike me as someone who would be in a bust-up with the England coaches, one of the coaches, or anything like that. And again, it doesn't make sense if that was the reason for him to leave. It doesn't make sense for him to be in the UK and not with the Arsenal squad, because he would be with the Arsenal squad. So, for me, the logical, if I was going to hazard a guess, would be it's something family related. But then, all that is just speculation. So I think we'll just leave it at that. But yeah, Ben White does come. He doesn't. You can see his interviews. He's very standoffish. He's very just gives a few words here and there.
I found an interesting article, and this was written before the World Cup. It's called 12 Footballers Who Don't Really Like Football.
Yeah,
some interesting names on this. Right, name number 1, Ben White.
Yeah.
Ironically. I mean, not really. I mean, because like I said, you only have to pay attention to him for half a second to tell that he doesn't actually give a shit.
Yeah.
Fucking hell. Fucking ads. What are they doing? Right. Ben White, Gareth Bale, obviously, doesn't like football.
He likes golf. I was going to play golf.
Carlos Tevez, David Batty. I mean, that is true.
David Batty, I didn't know that.
That's genuinely true. And yeah, also Mr. Tom, he don't like football a lot of the time. Depending on the results, depending on the outcome. No, David Batty, Alan Shearer once said this. He went in training, they were all having a kick around in the parking lot, sort of thing. Literally, like they were 12 again. After training in the car park, just kicking the ball about like him, Ginola, whoever. Yeah. And they all turn around and just go, "Are you going to join in, David?" And David Batty was already in his car waiting to be let out of the gate, because it was like, when it's now his time, he's gone.
Yeah.
Brilliant. Andre Ter Stegen, Nutanga played for Wales. And, Gabriel Batistuta didn't like football.
Wow.
This one I definitely knew. Benoit Asui Koto. During an interview with Sky Sports during his time at Tottenham, he said, "I don't watch football. Well, I play it enough, don't I? I don't talk about football away from the game either. I suppose that is unusual. My interests are my friends and music."
Yeah.
Carlos Vela.
Batistuta is a surprise, though, because that guy was an absolute club legend.
It doesn't actually surprise me that much in the context that, well, he's not in football now, is he? Like, as soon as he retired, he disappeared off face of the earth.
Yeah, but I mean, but when he was playing, the guy was an absolute, one of the best in the world. And, not just your average Joe footballer, was he? He wasn't an Asu Akoto or a David Batty.
No, he was
top shelf, top level striker that every club in the world wanted. But he was actually loyal and stayed at Fiorentina.
I believe me and my gangster friends out on the street, we would say he was a bag man, because he bags the goals,
Yeah, he was. Just saying. He frustrated the hell out of Arsenal a couple of times as well. I remember we played Fiorentina in the Champions League in the group stage. I remember at least once, and he scored and beat us.
Another one in a similar vein to Batistuta, Christian Vieri, doesn't like football.
Oh yeah, he was another top level.
I think the key thing in all of this is the ones that have retired are not in football. I think that's what you got to keep in mind with this. Like, they've retired and they're done. Like, they've took their money and pissed off, sort of thing. Like, they're not coaches, or they're not giving back to the game. They're like, no, it was a job. I did it, and I'm retired. Like, in the way that you are when you're 65. Bobby Zamora. I'm not a massive football fan.
I hated. Oh god.
He was like in England though, like knew where the goal was.
He was so overrated. When he was at Tottenham, he was at Brighton as well, wasn't he? Brighton.
Good at West Ham.
West Ham. Everyone was like, "Oh yeah, this guy's going to bag loads of goals." No, he was shite.
He did in the Championship.
Yeah,
he's one of those.
Yeah.
Knows where the goal is when you're playing at 3:00 on a Saturday. When you get moved for TV, not so certain. No. I'll rate him a bit higher than you do. I will say that. But So what's he doing in his retirement? Fishing.
Yeah.
What, the last one on the list? Ronaldinho.
Well, that makes a bit of sense. I mean, even though he was top level, I can still sort of see it, because you see how quickly he see how quickly he didn't give a fuck as soon as he finished. You know, he just didn't give a shit.
Yeah, I think what you're going to find though with a lot in the future, you're going to find that coaches and managers are increasingly going to be people that weren't top stars. Because top stars now earn so much money why put yourself through the stress?
Yeah, they don't need it.
Like, I know Lampard and Gerrard have had a go and that, but they're ingrained in football in that sense. Like, Lampard was like test tube bred to be a footballer, sort of thing. Ronaldinho said on last thing on this was, in an interview in 2021, he said, "I was never one for watching football. I like watching highlights and goals, but I don't like watching 90 minutes."
Yeah. No. Fair enough.
I thought it was I just thought it was an interesting segue, because it's like Ben White's an outlier.
Yeah.
But he's not the only one.
No, of course not. There's very few. I think there's very few like that though in professional football.
Yeah, I mean, but he just tells you what he's thinking, which a lot of footballers don't, because they don't want the attention like what Ben White gets now. Because whenever he comes up, the fact that he doesn't know this, he doesn't know that is an issue for some. Let me just go through the chats real quick, because I was
to say apologies. I was in mid list reading, but wanted to acknowledge the appearance of Miss Molina, of course.
Yeah. Well, big up Miss Molina.
Let me do my job. At least. You guys handle
but she popped up while I was doing the list, and it didn't seem rude. Like, I knew she had popped up, but I was doing the 12 footballers that don't like football. You missed a great segment, Gary.
Were you talking, or was Sam talking?
It was a bit of both.
Oh,
both,
all right.
We do back and forth, mate. Like,
welcome, Miss Molina, to the show. And as people have called me out in the last show, I've never invited her on, and that's me. I'm bad. I don't know why I do that.
Bad, you know it.
Yeah. So, as she knows, she's always welcome here whenever she has the time. Ben White. Yeah. What did I just do here? I don't know what this means. Anybody know what this means?
What's that?
What's going on?
Graham Lasso. That's a great example. He was a bit out of his time in football culture, because basically he played for the Blackburn team that won the Premier League in 1995. Ironically, got into a fight with David Batty of my 12 footballers that don't like football list during a Champions League match in Moscow.
Yeah,
they played for the same team, and they're fighting on the pitch. It was quite a sight. But basically he was known for. I don't want to say he didn't like football, but he didn't like the beer drinking culture of the time. And the word got round that he was like he'd read the Guardian on the team bus. Basic. That was basically it. He'd read the Guardian instead of the Sun, so he got this stigma in football that he thought he was better than other footballers, like personally, which may or may not be true. That was basically it.
Yeah, you got.
But what did that? Keep in mind, mid-90s and the way people think. What did that also translate to? Because like, oh, he reads that sort of newspaper. They thought he was gay.
Yeah, true.
And that would be the thing that got chanted at him on the terrorists. He was great player though. To be fair, good player.
He was a good player.
Good player. Cool. Everybody say hello to Miss Molina.
Yep.
Yeah, so is this I saw about Christmas has me tapped out. Yeah. Remember they're talking about he played in Pony Kit Zamora. Yeah. Yeah. I did not do this, Colonel Ward. I do.
What is Cherry Red? Sorry.
I really don't know what that means.
Cherry Red's she's referring to Portugal.
Oh. Yes.
Oh, I did not know that. Cool. Yeah, Colonel Ward. Yeah, no, I didn't do that to the dog. He's still here. I don't know. He whined. I got up and he ran to the steps.
Couldn't have done it that quickly, Colonel. You have to take the time to season the dog first.
Well, first you got to take all the. No, forget it. I'm not even going to go into the prep right now. Let's move on. Colonel Ward, you're taking us down a dark path. I don't want to do that. No, I'm not going to say it. I have never. All right, so you guys were talking about a lot of football stuff, which I probably have no clue what you're talking about.
We finished it, so we can move on now.
Okay, let's talk about some football that I might know. What should that be? Should we talk about the next match coming up?
Well, yeah, definitely. It's only an hour and a half away.
England versus France. Everybody think Mbappe is more than enough to beat England. I don't know what you guys think. I think it's going to take a lot more than Mbappe. It might take Giroud. It might take. Is it? I don't know who. Varane playing some really good defense because I think England's attack is worthy. Should threaten them. I don't think we're going to see another defensive game like we just saw from Morocco. Basically, 11 players all playing as one.
Yeah, Morocco like another Greece, weren't they?
They looked really good on defense. I mean, there was always 1 and 2 and 3 players around the ball when Portugal thought they had a chance. They did not.
I was furious. So I'd go back to that game. I was furious when, right at the end when Morocco got the 1-on-1 and he just basically chipped the ball at the goalkeeper. I was like, why didn't you go around him? I was furious.
That was such a...
Yeah,
that was such a FIFA on PlayStation moment when you can't press the right button and it just fluffs it straight into the goalkeeper's hands.
So I think that's another one.
Enough.
Yeah.
Sorry, go on, Gary. Sorry.
No, I was going to say I think that's just another one on top of the two that I mentioned in terms of them really maybe putting this game away, and they did not do that. I mean, but you know what? Their defense was enough, right? I mean, they played defensively. They were defensively really strong. I don't want another
counter-attacking. The counter-attacking so quick though. I noticed it today. They are one end to the other of the pitch within about 12 seconds. Like it's impressive. I'll give them that. Like I thought they were going to lose.
Yeah, on that right-hand side, if you remember, there was like a lot of one touch as they got the ball from the deep corner all the way up into the box, and it was like, wow, that's too. I mean, it looked easy, but they were just set up perfectly when they. Anybody? Here we go, Bellingham. Anybody think? I think it will be key for him to have another good game.
Yep, he's going to be a key player. I think it's. I think a lot's going to be down to midfield today as well. I think England's midfield is better than France's midfield. I think a lot of key battles will be won there. Essentially, I think France are going to be a very tough match.
I'll put up Colonel Ward's comment. Sorry, it's that cough that tells the truth. Sorry.
Yeah, we need Tom's tactic truck for this. We need his.
I feel like this man they're getting too much credit here and he's getting too much all this stuff. He's getting big. He's getting big. It's upsetting me. It's taking away some of my shine, as they say.
I'm sorry, Gary. I've never.
bigger.
How can I take away the shine from the sun of the show, man? Like you give us the light to be as dark as we can. Poetry.
No,
yeah?
I love having you guys on. I tell you that all the time. So hopefully, this isn't. I'm just joking. Saka and Foden.
Sorry, Sam. I didn't mean to interrupt. I couldn't help but make a joke. I'm sorry.
I don't know about you guys, but I do like the Saka and Foden having those two out wide. I mean, I think some people think Saka should sit for Rashford. I don't think we want to do that. But what do you guys think about Saka and Foden?
I think Saka is better to start off the game, and Rashford, I think, is more of an impact player. I think Rashford's better when he comes off the bench with his quick, fresh legs. You can give them maybe literally a run for their money. No, I think Saka will probably start the game, but I wouldn't mind if Rashford started, to be honest, because Rashford has been quite good in this World Cup. But we'll see. It's good to that's the thing with England. England's got a deep squad. They've got several choices. I mean, people are saying Grealish should maybe get a go. But we know Southgate's going to go with who he's familiar with starting with. He's not really going to make many changes. But yeah, I mean, the game, I think there's going to be some key battles in midfield. That's where a lot of the game's going to be won or lost today. I think both teams have decent defenses, but both teams also have very good attacks. So there should hopefully be a couple of goals in this game. But you never know. It could be one of those where, both teams are not really, firing on all cylinders and they just it's a bit cagey. Both teams are sitting back a bit, don't really want to counter that quickly. Both teams are afraid of giving up a goal, and then it'll open up a lot more in the second half as both teams need to start attacking more. But yeah, I mean, it's going to be a tough game because this is England's first real, no disrespect to USA, who have a decent team, and they're a different team than what they were a few years ago. But this France team is much better than USA, on paper at least.
Yeah, you don't even have to. Even have to caveat that. I mean, they are the holders of the cup, right? So it's not even necessary. It's France, right? I mean, I'm gonna just say before you go. I'm just gonna say hello to David Willow. Welcome to the show. I think this is the first time I've seen your name. Hope you're enjoying it. What we have to say.
Yep, David.
Yep.
Yeah. I mean to be the harbinger of doom on this, right? But what I will say is, considering how many top players France are missing in this game, like Pogba, Benzema, some others that were mentioned yesterday, I forgot. They're that key that I've forgotten. But point is, if we don't beat this France team tonight, we are not going to beat them for a long time in a meaningful match, because they'll have those players back. I know Benzema's getting on a bit, but you know what I'm getting at. This is the prime opportunity to take them down.
Yeah, but as you said, their starting 11 is better than most in the world.
Not disputing that either.
The depth is nice, but these are one-offs, and you only got 2 more left. So there you go. As
it's coming home, guys.
Colonel Ward said, might be time for this. This might be coming home too. It's Tom's tactic truck. Everybody's been waiting for it every weekend. The man brings.
We've got a special tactics truck for you all tonight.
He brings the sticks. He brings the fingers. He brings the thumbs.
The fresh fingers.
Yeah. So here we go, people. Welcome.
Right, here we go. Let me get my tools, right?
You didn't have them prepped and ready? Are you getting them warmed up? Do you plug them in or all that kind of stuff? Are they battery powered or are they USB? What's going on here?
Plug them in with the fingers there.
It's very witty, Gary. It's very witty. In fact, I've got 2 tactics prepared. Tactics truck A or tactics truck B. Comment section. Vote never, because you'll get what I tell you you're getting. Right, so it's May 2003. Arsenal need a win to maintain their foothold in the race for the Premier League title. But the ball falls to Ian Hart, launches the ball forward to Mark Viduka in the 89th minute of the game. And Viduka, he turns the Arsenal defender, and then he, he sauces the ball into the top corner of the net. Leeds have won a Highbury, the last team to win a Highbury. Oh my God. And sorry, let's do it again. We launch the ball forward, launch it forward. And then Viduka's like, woo! And like he turns Ashley Cole so badly that you could put Apple in him and call him an Apple turnover. Yeah, probably in. I can't remember who posted. I haven't seen the goal for about a week. I can't remember who knocked the ball through to him. I'm going to say it's the left back. The important thing is it fell to Viduka. And Viduka goes, woo! And just sauces it in. Like, just. Oh, goal's just magic. Oh, it's saucy. It's saucy. You were going to get Tony Yeboah doing the crossbar, but I thought no. I'll be seeing as this is a 51% Arsenal podcast. I thought I'd tailor it to my audience. So I was just like, do you remember that time when you lost to us? Like, and then we haven't beat you in 13 attempts since. So
yeah,
who got the last laugh?
You have to basically go back to what was it? What 19 years?
Yeah, too many. It should be 3 months. If it should be 2 months, really, shouldn't it? But it's not. But you know,
no, we spanked you then too.
No, assembled. We didn't get relegated after that win. We got relegated the season after that win. Yeah, 12 months, baby. But we would have been relegated had we lost that. No, we wouldn't have been relegated. But that game secured our survival. Otherwise, I'm pretty certain we would have let you win. Because fuck Man United. Little known fact, you know the Kevin Keegan beat them, the world famous. I'd love it if we them. You ever seen it, Gary? It's brilliant.
Yeah, Kevin Keegan's outburst.
It's incredible. That outburst is actually because Alex Ferguson implied that Leeds were going to let Newcastle win in the match at Elland Road. And we had a player sent off. We hit the crossbar, something like that, and we lost 1-0. And Keegan was furious on our behalf. He's like, "How dare you?" Look, part of the interview they always leave out. He's like, "You say that about a team like Leeds United? How dare you? How dare you?" And it was beautiful. Oh, I mean, it backfired on him and killed his career. But
the knives are coming out. The knives are coming out. No. You got whatever friends you think you had, dude. Watch it as you walk down the street.
There's a bit of a cheeky tactics truck.
That is definitely a little bit.
Glorious tactics truck.
I'm gonna have to go back to. No. We're gonna have to talk about this thing in the back, at our next board meeting.
To be fair though, that just means now you'll never have to hear it again until next year.
Is it just the one-time thing and never bring it up?
It's a lie. It's a lie assembled.
You'll never
matter. It's a lie.
You'll never bring up Leeds beating Arsenal at Highbury again. Ever. Never. You can't even say that.
I don't want to commit myself to never.
All right, tactics truck number 2. We're just gonna do a little round. We're gonna
do both. Oh. Leeds get a throw in on the left-hand side of the pitch. We throw the ball up. Head. Defender. Attacker heads the ball down. Tony Yeboah swivels his hips with all the grace of Fred Astaire. And he just goes, bang! And that ball hits the crossbar with the force of Stan Collymore hitting Ulrika Johnson. Sorry, that's too much. Sorry. And then it smashed the Sam gets it. It basically hit the floor. Don't condone what he did. But it hit the floor, hit the crossbar, hit the floor, and it was like. I mean, he only does it once or twice, but it feels like it does it about 96 times. That's Tony Yeboah, baby.
Tony Bowe was a pretty decent forward. That's
man.
goals.
Yeah, you know
He
what,
scored
BX,
32 goals for Leeds.
BX, I'm with you. The next time I make it to England, me and Sam, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
I thought Tom was a bit sneaky there, a little bit sneaky and cheeky with his tactics truck today. I think he needs a bit of a reprimand.
Yeah, I think Colonel's all about people going through tables. I think he wants to see Mr. Tom and Liam go through a table at Gary's. Gary will influence that with,
Don't blame me. Blame David Seaman for not saving it.
I think he tried.
He did try. I'll give him that. And you can't say Leeds don't matter because our club is entwined with yours in so many ways you don't even realise.
Yeah.
There's
a lot there.
So that was the tactic truck, huh? That was wow.
I look forward to that segment every week. I mean, I totally planned it in advance. I didn't make any of that up on the spot.
You put a little bit of time and effort into that one. I'm going to give you that. As BX Gunner says for England, it's you win and you go home. And we've seen Brazil not do it. We've seen Portugal not do it. And it's crazy looking at these teams, right?
I'm like the gorilla from the chocolate advert. Phil Collins, yeah.
Oh yeah. I can feel it coming in the air tonight. Oh Lord.
No, you go on the bottom, Mr. Tom, with that tactics truck. I don't even want to rate it. I'm not rating it at all.
I think he's lost his privileges for a while, to be honest.
Yeah, for like 6 days. No tactic trucks for 6 days.
No tactic trucks for an entire midweek period. You know what's going to happen on Wednesday? I'm going to pick these up and I'm going to go, no, I will respect the ban. I'll put them down until Saturday.
Yeah.
Because that's I respect you as our fearless leader, Gary.
Yeah, thank you very much. Yeah, I don't see. Yeah, what is this? I don't know what this tactically. Oh, yeah. You know what? That's the one thing I think teams like England can do. They can switch up the lineup just enough and not lose. The performances that they provided. Right. I mean, like you said, if they put a Rashford in, that will change things up. Give France something to think about. Grealish starts. That will also switch things up. I mean, I think Foden coming in switch things up. I mean, you're that deep, you can switch things up, not lose anything, and still get something out of the game. England needs to start fast, put the pressure on the French early, and make them uncomfortable. If not, France will get into a rhythm in no time, for sure. That's the last thing you want is Mbappe feeling like, you know what, Kyle Walker is not feeling it today. Yeah. And I don't, and after that, I don't need to worry about too much about what's behind him. So,
yeah.
And what do we got here? Gary, get the table. I'm getting the table. I'm bringing the table when I come. Sam has. I placed the order with Sam. He's going to bring it. He's going to bring it from the shore or from the beach, wherever he is. It might be a little sandy, but that's all right.
Yeah.
We're not going through
and when the table fails to break, I'm going to go, I am the table.
Yeah.
I don't even know why I said that.
I didn't. Yeah.
Your brain, Tom.
The early 90s, David O'Leary sorted leads.
I must have seen it somewhere.
All right, so there you go.
Your record appearance holder, David O'Leary.
Yeah.
And then he took Leeds to the Champions League.
Oh, they are not holding back, Mr. Tom. Basically, if you get relegated, you got to start all over again. Sunday leagues and everything.
The 12th, I managed to download 25 tiers on Football Manager. So you're thinking low, Colonel. Like, think lower, bro. Lower.
So what's after Sunday? What's after Sunday League? Is there like something worse than that?
I think Sunday League is pretty as much as low as you get. There's different. It depends, like different counties have different, like, really lower leagues. They're all a bit different depending on where you go. But yeah, basically, there's
So
like about
if there's a Sunday league where the goals have a lot of holes in it, and if you shoot it really well, it goes through the goal and ends up on the
It's
highway, and the ball might
Sunday
get
league.
To be
Sunday
fair to
league is
Colonel, I think 12 is actually the league system's lowest. Like, there are lower, but you can't get promoted into the football league
yeah,
as such.
yeah.
It's like very much
Well,
local.
it's all amateur, isn't it? Basically, completely amateur.
Yeah.
Basically,
Like, to be fair to him, like, I'm mocking him because he's Colonel, obviously, but I think he's right.
no, but the Sunday league is terrible. It's basically these guys smoking at half time, have a beer just after the game. You know, it's playing on crooked pitches with no grass, just mud. You know, and just the nets are all full of holes. Yeah,
the assembled is not liking this. Yeah, you see, Mr. Tom, where you went with you got a little too, as they say, sometimes big for your britches, and you may have stepped over the line. You're upset at some people,
no.
some of the fans.
Oh no, I upset the viewers of the road trip.
They're coming for you, Tom. They're coming for you.
Oh, look at that! I didn't notice that. Do you see that?
Back in May when we go down. All right, I'll still turn up for this.
There you go. Yeah, Harry Kane is 2 goals from being the number 1 scorer in England, I believe it is.
And if we don't get him tonight, we'll get him against San Marino in European Championship qualifying, probably. So,
yeah,
good luck to him.
Yeah.
Well, he's been there long enough now, hasn't he? So,
yeah,
been getting chances.
It makes me wonder.
Do you guys seriously think Harry Kane, if and when he does retire, and nothing has changed in terms of the trophies and the medals that he has around his neck, will he be mentioned with the Greaves, the Linekers, the Rooneys?
Well, Kane's already up there with the. I mean, in terms of England, but as a player, no, Harry Kane can't be mentioned anywhere close to any of those players because you have to win something. You have to win something as a professional player. I mean, at club level, to be able to be talked as anyone good.
Like in England, Alan Shearer's like one of the main pundits on BBC. Yeah. And basically, although he went to Newcastle in a big money transfer and basically won nothing, but basically was like their top scorer every year, won nothing. But the fact of the matter is, he went there already a Premier League winner, so it didn't matter. Yeah. So no one looks at him like he was a failure because he went to his hometown club. Yeah. At the time, he was the world record transfer for about 5 minutes.
Because he was a big. He was a good striker. He was young, scored a lot of goals, and he just won the Premier League with Blackburn. So it was a big transfer at the time. Newcastle got him as went back to his hometown.
But he had won. But he had won it.
But he had already won. It's right. He has a trophy, you see. But Kane has got fuck all. He's got the Audi Cup. That's all he's got. The Audi Cup and fucking I don't know what, some amateur stuff. But that's why like with Letizia. Letizia is also a prime example. Arguably one of the best players to have played in the Premier League. Skill wise, what he had done on the pitch, but never won anything because he stayed at Southampton. He didn't want to move from Southampton.
Yeah,
you got to be. In my opinion, I think most people agree on this. If you're going to, as a professional football player, if you want to be measured with the greats of football, you have to. How do you measure that? You don't just measure that in terms of how many skill moves you can do, or even how many goals. It's also trophies, right? You gotta score. You gotta score goals and win trophies.
Yeah. I mean, I'm a little, like you said, I'm sorry, Mr. Tom, because I'm seeing something and it's really upsetting me. So I'm going to cut in right now before you even get. I'm going to hopefully you lose your train of thought and it doesn't.
No, impossible. In there, like steel shot.
No. You're talking. You can't talk. You're not allowed to talk. No, but I was going to say is I think Harry Kane probably should have made that move happen. Right. Made that move happen. If it was to City, who cares? Like, if at some point you got to say to everybody else in the world, I don't care what you think. I'm moving. right? For me,
Yeah.
right? I'm moving for me. I just, I'm working really hard at this thing.
It's 29 BX.
And
Sorry.
yeah, and I deserve better. And I think the team does. I mean, that team deserves. They should be playing better, but they're not because they're that team. And
He signed his 5-year. He signed his 5-year contract at the wrong time, basically. In hindsight, at the time, it obviously weren't a bad decision, but he basically priced himself out of a move because if there'd have been 2 years on his contract, Tottenham wouldn't have been in the strong position they were to tell Man City to piss off, essentially.
Yeah.
But I was watching the Premier League years, which is basically like a highlight show of every Premier League season on Sky.
Yeah.
And I believe in 2000, 2001, this is purely because you brought up Matt Letizia. I'm going to do a bonus tactics truck of the final goal. The final goal scored at the Dell. Southampton played Arsenal in the final game at the old Dell Stadium, and basically the ball fell to Matt Letizia, and he swivels again with the grace of Fred Astaire. He does a lot of things in football, and basically plants the ball into the top corner like someone going to town on a $5 hook. Yeah, hook. Anyway, and basically it was the final goal at the stadium, but it was Matt Letizia's first goal of the season in the final game. Interesting.
Right. Getting very enthusiastic with your fingers there, Tom. Very enthusiastic.
It was a great goal. It was a great goal.
Gosh. Oh,
yeah, he's having little dicks today. Look at him! Look at him! Look, little ball get in the dark there.
Hey, had that goal been against Swindon Town, I'd still done it. You planted it in my mind.
All right, Stephen. Thanks for joining us.
See you later, mate.
Yeah, he's my boy. He's in my boys' club.
There you go. But I don't think he's not liking a tactic truck, today.
Everyone loves a tactics truck.
Yeah. Yeah, no, Kane needs to move. I understand his contract situation and all that, but you know what? At some point, you got to take the hit one way or the other, right?
Well, just because he's got a contract doesn't mean he can't move. It just means he's more valuable, right? So he's got a 5-year contract. Well, 4 years left of it now. Yeah. It just means he's more valuable, right? Kane is going to be a big money player for any team that buys him. He's very valuable to Tottenham. He's basically their captain, their talisman, and the player that normally scores the most goals for them. So, yeah, you're looking at, if you're going to buy Harry Kane, you're going to have to pay a lot of money for it. And that's just the way it is. But Kane, I'm surprised. I don't know what happened. Again, we're speculating now. Kane, I think he was looking at leaving Tottenham, I think, last summer. He was looking at it. But I just don't think the right offer was there for him, both for the club and for him. I think City, because they already knew they were getting Haaland, they didn't go in for him because they knew they were getting Haaland. They had an agreement in place for him. So the only other clubs that could realistically go for him, I don't think they were really up for it. So yeah.
I think if we have our show next Saturday, there will be protests outside the stadium, outside the studios. I don't know. I can
tell you what it's going to be next week. No, I can tell you for absolute fact what next week's tactics truck will be. I'll tell you right now what it's going to be. And this is going to be an olive branch to all my boys' clubs and the Arsenal boys, yeah? It's going to be Leeds versus Blackpool in the Championship in, I believe it's 2014, where, and let me just tell you, the game went so well that Leeds were 4-0 down at half-time and we subbed the goalkeeper.
Bloody hell.
That's the tactics truck for next week. No.
That doesn't happen very often.
The goalkeeper was so bad, he got substituted for an 18-year-old in his first appearance.
Which goalkeeper was that?
Paul Rashapuka. I don't know the pronunciation. He used to play for Man United.
Bloody hell.
So that obviously went in his favour when he joined Leeds. It was like, the fuck are you doing here?
He was a plant. He was a mole.
Yeah, he was. I'm convinced of it. But yeah, that's going to be, because there's no football this time next week. Like, at best, it'll be third place playoff. So, it's going to be Leeds taking a whooping and me getting upset at it. Still,
All right.
I can't believe that happened.
Yeah, we might have to pre-screen these tactic trucks going forward.
Yeah.
Sam, get the quality assurance people on the phone. Let them know that there's going to put a little extra time now before the Saturday shows. Tactic truck review sessions will begin.
For him now.
Yeah, pre-recorded definitely, and there might be some beeps when we don't like what we hear. So, Mr. Tom, you might think you have a 5-minute segment. It might turn into a minute after we beep everything out. But that's all right.
It'll just be him fingering himself.
That's what she said.
You know what? Then this is going to be no show. It's going to be, and here's the tactic trucks, and then all right, thank you very much, and let's move on.
There's nothing we could use there. Absolutely nothing. He's going on about Leeds again.
I've gone on about worse things.
Yeah, pretty much.
Cool.
Oh, this is annoying. I tried to Google it, but because we beat Blackpool 4-0 with a pre-season friendly in July, that's sort of like taking over the absolute horrendous result that I want to do the tactics truck. But I've already seen it on YouTube. I know it's on YouTube. I can replicate it. It's fine. It's fine.
Right. Okay.
We'll see. Yeah, it's a Hall of Fame goalkeeper performance, Donald. I promise.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you know what? Since
he's a great, people tell me he's a great goalkeeper.
Since you went there, Mr. Tom,
the greatest goalkeeper.
Sam, it's time for at least a segment we can talk about.
Yeah.
Zinchenko was not at practice. What are you thinking there? You think we have a big problem?
What
Zinchenko wasn't at practice. He was. He wasn't at the game.
Well, we're hoping that's just precautionary. All right, let's just hope that. Or else Tierney was, Tierney can still do a good job, can't he? Yeah, Tierney. We still got Tierney. Yeah.
No, for sure. No, they did a good job in the sense that they did get a replacement. The problem is they have the same problems in terms of availability. So
yeah, we struggle a bit with that. Yeah,
Thunder Road said he missed you on Thursday. Yeah, that was
Get a room, you two. Get a fucking room.
What happened on Thursday?
You didn't.
Missed a lot.
The Arsenal fan circle was there. It was a small show. Stan and Ray were chatting about. You would have liked it. You would have loved it, actually. The topic was Jesus' injury. So, I know you just can't get enough of it. So, you missed it.
They spoke about it for 2 hours, even though they'd already watched a discussion on it for 59 minutes on Monday. What changed between Monday and Thursday?
They had their say. So, there you go. There's more to talk about, right? We can still talk about. Should we talk about Jesus' injury too? Since you brought it up, you brought it up.
You know what? I'd love to talk about Jesus' injury.
No,
I'd love to. You know what? Comment section, my boys club.
No.
What do you make of Jesus' injury? Tell me something about it that I don't already know.
Yeah.
Excuse me. Sorry.
Yeah, see, look at this. You're turning people
I'm
off.
allergic to Jesus' injury.
The numbers on the show are going to dip. I can see it. The numbers will just dip when the tactic truck, the little stream at the bottom pops up. So you know what, me, Sam, when that happens, we'll just me and you we can go take a break for 5 minutes and then come back, and then the show will continue on going forward. Yeah. That's going to be our mini break in the middle of the show. The tactics.
I found an article relating to that Leeds Blackpool match.
Oh,
it ended up 5-0 to Blackpool. I didn't know that. I only know what happened in the first half. I totally forgot what happened in the second half. It was just more the same, really. Yeah. But
Slice X, welcome to the show. Thank you.
We signed him. We signed the keeper from Blackpool.
Would you say you slimed him? What are you, fucking Slimer from Ghostbusters?
We slimed him. Didn't you know at the time Leeds were a comedy show, so we were sponsored by Nickelodeon.
Yes, slime.
Was it green slime, or was it like? Because I know Or was it white slime? What was
Oh
it?
no, it was brown. And to be fair, it was the more slime was the more childlike way of just saying we were shit.
Oh, Gary.
All right. Enough about slime.
I've got a little tactics truck for Tom.
Uh-oh.
Do you remember Danny Mills?
Yeah.
And Henri basically used him as a fucking traffic cone down by your left corner flag.
I'm vaguely aware that this happened, yes.
Yes. Wasn't that a glorious moment?
My actual favourite Danny Mills moment was when we won 2-1 at Highbury in the 2001-2002 season, and we got 2 players.
I can't hear him anymore. I don't know what actually happened.
You went all quiet.
Mr. Tom, what is going on with your audio?
You went all quiet.
What is going on? Why can I not hear you? Let's see.
You went all quiet.
It looks like a plug came out. Sorry, I plugged it back in.
You just realised Danny Mills is shit.
No, this is genuinely true. Danny Mills got sent off in that game, right? And this is genuinely true. He got sent off for kicking the ball at Ashley Cole. Yeah. I think it was Ashley Cole. Like, basically, it was one of them. Ashley Cole was on. They were on the floor. Ashley Cole tried to put a tackle in or whatever. And he was on the floor. Danny Mills booted the ball at him, so he got sent off for it.
Yeah, Danny Mills was being a dirty player as well, wasn't he?
Oh, he's a knobhead. Can't stand him. Yeah. I hate when he's a pundit for things involving Leeds, because it's like you wouldn't understand this because obviously your team have never really fell off the map. But
here's something you didn't know. Gabriel has more assists than goals.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Jesus is important for even though he hasn't scored, he's still important for the way we attack. He reminds me a lot of Firmino. Before Firmino started banging in goals, Firmino in Liverpool's best seasons didn't get many goals, but he was such an integral part of that attack. When Firmino wasn't playing, that attack wasn't working the same. Yeah. I think in my opinion, Jesus is a bit of the same for Arsenal. He's part of that. What clicks up front. That makes everything click.
Yeah, but he's not getting his flowers like Firmino does for some reason. I don't know. Maybe it's because it's the team that he plays for. And nobody looks at it that way. They say he doesn't score enough. He
has chances. That's the thing. He has chances, and Jesus just needs to start putting them away. He gets there.
Yeah. Oh, you know what? I found it. This is a good one, right?
Yeah.
Mr. Tom, talk to me about this. Tell me about the time that Henri played Leeds.
Oh, which time? Because he gets out of bed and scores 3 goals against Leeds. It's not even what am I supposed to be hurt by the fact that a world-class player used to treat my team like he was a schoolyard bully and Leeds were like the little kid? Am I supposed to be upset by this obvious attempt to get under my skin when I should just be applauding the fact that a world-class player for my team was worth padding his stats with? No, he was an incredible player, obviously. Bit annoying when he rejoined you solely for the purpose of scoring against us in the FA Cup.
Oh, that was glorious! That was glorious.
That felt personal to me. All right,
that was glorious.
And I tweeted him.
Granddaddy Henri fucking smacks Leeds.
They willed him out, right? And he got off it. He had the little walker. Then he walked
his wheelchair and fucking won the game.
Yeah. It sounds like the Derby.
You can find that on YouTube. I don't know where it's come up, but extended highlights of Arsenal 1 Leeds 2 from 2001 to 2002. It's there if you want to watch it. You can see him kick the ball at him and get sent off. It's actually quite funny.
Yeah.
I was laughing all the way to the 3 points, if I'm being honest. Yeah. I mean, sorry. No.
I didn't say. Stefan, welcome to the show.
You go, Stefan. You're late. Where have you been, Stefan?
Yeah, we probably got about 15-20 minutes left here.
Where have you been, Stefan? I want to hear your excuse.
Yeah. Did you hear about this one, Mr. Tom? 2 World Cups, no scores or assists for Jesus.
I can believe it.
You didn't know it.
He's part of he was part of an underperforming Brazil team.
Oh, here we go. People want to know. The people want to know.
Who's the Leeds keeper? It would have been Nigel Martin initially, and then, but mainly it would have been Paul Robinson. which
Yeah.
which piggybacks onto the point I was initially making of Leeds players who jumped off the ship at the first opportunity when it was sinking, right? But now he turns up like, our Leeds pundit. It's like, oh, Paul Robson's from Leeds. They're his hometown club. They're his first club. It's like, yeah, but he fucked off to Tottenham as soon as he fucking had the chance. So I don't want to fucking him. I don't want him as my representative.
So overrated.
Yeah,
Paul Robson.
Stefan, we're picking on dirty Leeds because you missed the tactic truck, and guess what? When you do that on my show, you get picked on. So there you go. And you know, Ray's heading out. Good night, you filthy animals. Yeah, same to you, buddy. Enjoy the rest of your day.
Good evening, you filthy animals. That's a great movie. Do you know that's a fictional movie within a movie?
Yes. Talking about Home Alone now, yes.
It doesn't exist.
What do you mean it doesn't exist?
The movie within Home Alone that he puts on to scare away the robbers is a fictional movie. But when I was a child, I just assumed he was playing. Yeah, I just assumed he was playing like an old-timey movie that I wouldn't have ever seen.
What is it? I forgot. What is it? What is the scene when he gives he counts down?
The pizza delivery boys coming.
He counts down. What does he say? I'll give you 3 seconds. 3.
I'll give you to the count of 3.
Yeah.
3.
There's all those firecrackers in the saucepan, you know, that's makes it sound like there's a real gun.
Yeah, that
pizza delivery boy, so he doesn't have to pay him.
He didn't like the manager either, so there you go.
Yeah, they bring it back in the second movie.
Well, actually pays him, but he doesn't want him to see, does he? Doesn't want to see he's just a kid.
Yeah. He doesn't want to draw attention to the fact that he's at home alone.
And I guess we can all. I don't know. Can we all agree on this? Damn United. I think he's talking about.
That's a movie. No, that's a movie about Leeds.
Oh, is it?
About Brian Clough. Yeah. About his tenure as Leeds United manager, which lasted. How many days was that? How many days was he there? 44.
Yeah, 44 days. Yeah.
Keep in mind, Gary, that's obviously not a lot now. But imagine that happened in an era where our previous manager had been the manager for 15 years.
Yeah.
When it's 6 weeks later, you're looking for another one, right? Basically.
Yeah, exactly. And then we ended up getting to the European Cup final.
He enjoyed the transfer of Alan Smith to Man United.
Alan Smith was another weird sort of player. He was quite talented, but he struggled. He struggled with consistency. In my opinion.
He's another one that don't like football because, again, you don't see anything about him now.
Nah.
Took his money and disappeared. It was unfortunate for him because obviously he was very good at the time and we got relegated, but he basically instructed his agent, I want to go to a Champions League team. To be fair to him, he was at the time calibre of Champions League player in striking at his age and things like that. But the only team that put an offer in was Man United.
Yep.
And we couldn't say no. Yeah.
And he didn't really perform, did he, for them really consistently?
The thing people forget is that he scored a lot of goals for them in 4 weeks until they signed Wayne Rooney. And then it's basically, who do you play? Like, if you're Man United, who do you play? The player you bought for 6 million or Wayne Rooney, who you've paid 28 million for, or whatever it is? Because he wasn't playing them both. He was one or the other. You go play the one that. Tell us about the 5 game. I'm loving this is one of the best comment sections ever. I'm loving all the Leeds trivia being fired at me, which I know is at my expense, but it's beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. You won, obviously, because you're a cup team and we're not. But who won the title that year? It's one of the few times I can actually say that because I know the answer to Leeds.
Gordon Strachan in his beautiful orange hair. He was a lovely little player, Gordon Strachan.
Yeah, he was like, he has a better scoring ratio at penalties than pretty much anyone on earth, I'd imagine.
You guys had that squad. You had a decent squad that year. I remember you had Gordon Strachan. You had Cantona, didn't you?
Yep. To be fair, we'd only been in the first division for 2 years at that point.
Yeah.
We got promoted and finished 4th, if I remember rightly, which weren't enough for Europe at the time.
Nah.
Weirdly enough.
Don't get me started about fucking Europe. God. Champions
Aaron
League.
Smith
Wow.
went to a much bigger club.
Yeah, basically.
Well,
Man United's a lot bigger than
obviously.
Leeds. you can't deny that, Tom.
Oh, yeah.
that's
You're speechless. Don't try to find. There's no words. There's no words.
No, it'd be like trying to argue that Derek Trotter could beat Superman in a fight. I mean,
Yeah.
why would people forget? Yeah, Cantona won the title with Leeds. Yeah, very good, Ray. I'm liking these sort of statistics. Yeah, beautiful. And then he allegedly diddled Lee Chapman's wife. Allegedly.
Peter Ridsdale back then, didn't you?
Not that far back. Ridsdale more appeared. I'm never silent. What are you talking about? There was no silence. I was thinking of someone compared to Superman in a derogatory manner, a derisory manner. Sorry. There's so much going on, but it's beautiful. Beautiful.
Yeah, I did enjoy.
This is the magic.
I did enjoy the silence from Mr. Tom. It was really fun when he has no words and he just has to find something else to talk about because he doesn't like the subject matter. Very, very good.
Oh, Colonel, now you're just reaching. Like that's a lie. You know that's a lie. You know that's not true. That's categorically false. I do love playing Millwall though. Like so vicious. It's beautiful. It's like it's the footballing equivalent of like the two dirtiest teams in football just going at it in the meaningless match in the championship. It's great.
Yeah.
Weren't meaningless when we needed to win.
There's a little meme in the in one of the WhatsApp groups I'm in. England should definitely win the World Cup. We have the best strikers in the world: Kane, Rashford, Foden, Saka, postmen, railwaymen, bus drivers.
Strike, yeah, that's good, yeah. I like it. Wordplay. We like a bit of wordplay.
Yeah. Oh man, they're reaching. I think I haven't even heard of this.
Yeah, pretty big club, aren't it? They're Potter's Bar area around there. They've all got a lot of
No.
Don't mess with them, Barnet. Arsenal player fixture. Friendly fixture with them as a tradition.
Look, you're in the top 2 of friends of Stefan that wear the Leeds shirt.
I would argue I'm in the top 1 Leeds fans.
I want to know more about the bird. That's what I want to know more about.
I'm gonna play stupid here. Is a cockatiel, parrot? You know,
it's an ostrich.
Oh man.
Yeah, what is it about this bird that puts her above me on the Leeds fan totem pole? I've seen Leeds at Leyton Orient, damn it.
I bet there's a few reasons that are physical.
It's a 2, a 4, a 2, 4, a 6.
Yeah, what
6.
formation is it?
That's anyone who's seen Friends will know what I was talking about there.
It's a 1-2-1 formation.
2. Leeds played Rushden and Diamonds in the 1999 FA Cup third round. We drew 0-0 at Rushden and Diamonds, which was a massive upset at the time.
Yeah.
We won the replay 3-0, but it's not the point.
I don't know what this means. You guys have to translate.
They were a team in non-league, like the 5th tier, the conference in end of the millennium. Basically, they were owned by like a billionaire, but he tried to buy his way into the football league, but then he obviously hit a wall on what he had to spend and didn't, and then they fell back down the league and basically don't exist anymore. If they do, I'm wrong. But
and that's as equal as Leeds, huh?
Well, no, the peak of their powers was draw. Keep in mind, Leeds were at the top of the Premier League at the time. Mm-hmm. We were top 5. I mean, we were good. Like, I don't think it's unfair to say at the time we were good.
Yeah.
Well,
we're Jim Floyd Hasselbank, bro.
And Hasselbank.
It is interesting when you look at the history of the Premier League and you see the teams that have won it, and you're like, that team still hasn't won it. And you're like, dude, you can't get any more. It's only a handful of teams that have opportunities to win it. You're one of them, and you still can't get it, even sniff it, right? The best they've done is what, 3rd? right, in the league, and that's that's when Leicester City won it. Otherwise, it doesn't seem like they have a chance ever. So there you go. That's why they're that team. So we are coming up on 80 minutes here. Mr. Tom, you have anything else you want to talk to the people? I know we've given you more than enough segments today. I don't even know. You're not getting paid more. You know that, right?
Tom's been
We'll
nice
negotiate the
bastard today.
contract.
We're gonna, and actually, I think because of the penalties and stuff like that, you might owe us this time around. Sam, send
That sounds fair. That sounds fair.
send the people
will.
over to collect and
It
make
would
sure
surprise me, Assemble.
make sure they don't get shortchanged because you know how Mr. Tom is. He gives them like
Yeah.
rolls.
I
of
will
coins.
say
Bloody Leeds
this has
fans.
genuinely been one of the best shows we've done yet, and it's down to you, the audience. It's been excellent.
Yeah,
You're attempted, but unsuccessful trolling of me. Wonderful, like genuine fun.
Do you know this answer to this one? Anybody?
Did Leeds
I'm
play
sure it's
Northampton?
possible that we have. I mean, I can find out. I mean, sorry,
Northampton. Wow, that's a shitty club.
The last time Leeds played Northampton was in League One in 2009.
I remember Torquay United. Oh God, what a bunch of shit they were. Oof.
Before that, Leeds hadn't played them until
we've got Oxford in the FA Cup.
Yeah,
Oxford United.
One of our players plays for Oxford on loan, so be nice to him.
Sure.
I'm gonna break his fucking legs, Tom.
I'm planning to watch the match. I will if I. It all depends on how the boss is doing. If she's doing good, I might get on and chat with Ryan. Otherwise, I might just watch it and stay in the chats. Maybe if I can do that. I don't know. So we'll see. For those, so that might be me, but I do like the live chats, but as Sam says, it's a little challenging when you're like always 30 seconds behind. So
yeah, I don't like to. It annoys me when everyone gets a goal before me.
I get that.
And they can't keep themselves. They all start celebrating. Yeah. It's like, oh, did we get a goal?
I had that yesterday. I had that yesterday. I was like, Gary, I'm muting this conversation because you know what happens in this penalty shootout before I do.
Yeah.
It was 30 seconds before he was like, oh, they've missed. I was like, they literally just started the penalty shootout on my telly. I was like, you motherfucker.
Yeah.
I know that's what's horrible with live watch logs. You just if it's not synced, which it never is.
Yeah. Headmasters. I haven't heard that it's been many, many years since I had a headmaster. So yeah.
I will find
We'll see you guys in the chats at the least there. So yeah, Ryan will be on.
Oh, I've got a question of the week for you.
Oh, you do? That's what I was asking. See, I'm rolling. I'm like giving you nice scoring opportunities, and then you just miss them. You just whiff. I don't. What do I have to do, Sam? I mean, didn't we work on this in practice the other day? Like we spent
I've never
5 hours working.
Like a dry slap.
We spent a lot of time getting this thing all set up. I roll the ball to you. It's a nice one. It does not it's not bobbling. Put your foot through it. Yeah. All right, people. Here we go.
Outrageous. Right, a nice dirty question for everyone. If you get it, I'll be shocked or impressed at the speed of your Googling abilities. So, we all know that Cody Gakpo and Alvaro Morata both achieved the distinction of scoring in each group game in the 2022 World Cup. Surprisingly, you might discover only one other player in the history of the FIFA World Cup has actually achieved that feat. Who is it?
Scored in all games.
All 3 group games in a World Cup in the group stage. One player had achieved it before Gakpo and Morata this year.
Is it Maradona?
It is not Maradona.
Is it Ronaldo? And I mean the Brazilian Ronaldo.
Nope. Very obscure.
Oh my god, it could be anyone. Is it fucking Bartholomew from Canada?
Damn.
Ah, shit.
It is not.
Could you give us a country?
Wait a second. Is it Jarzono? Is that how you say that?
Jarzinho. That's a great answer. It's not the right answer, but it's a great answer. Just because I got to say Jarzinho.
Jarzinho.
And Stefan is judge.
Wonderful.
There we go. That's did he spell it correctly? Yeah. All right. Spelled it the same way. All right.
Tell us what country they're from then, so we can try and narrow it down.
Italy.
Okay, so it's an Italian player. Quite obscure, you would say. Oh, fucking hell, there's been loads of them. Vieri?
It's not, I'm afraid. But what I am going to do, we're gonna give all the points to Colonel Ward for saying Peter Crouch. Colonel, I'm gonna keep a total. I'm gonna keep a total points of people getting the questions right from now on, and I'm now going to award 9 million points to Colonel Ward for Peter Crouch. It's not Salvatore Schilacci. However, that is a very good answer. He was a Golden Boot winner in 1990.
Nice. What about this one? You said Italian, right?
Tony Sorbano. He's kind of an Italian striker, I suppose.
Yeah.
But
Don't
the
mess around,
player.
yeah.
It is a striker. It is a striker, though. I will say.
Wasn't Inzaghi?
Nope.
Oh.
You. It's quite far back, but I don't want. It's not as far back as Rossi.
Right.
So you said not Rossi, huh?
Oh, is it Ravanelli?
No.
The answer.
No, we got a couple of clues. No.
Oh, clues. I'll tell you what. I'll tell you what his career trajectory was, right? And it might help people out. It won't, but bit of fun, right? Bit of fun. He started his career at Latina. That's a club, not his choice for female. They went to Brescia. This question happened while he played for Inter Milan. Then he went to Juventus and finished his career at Brescia.
Vialli.
Looks like a bit of a mobster, to be fair. But no,
Vialli. Vialli went to Chelsea.
No, because he played for Chelsea, yeah.
It wasn't Ravanelli because Ravanelli went to Middlesbrough.
No. Yeah, no, he only ever played in Italy.
He only ever played in Italy. Ooh.
All right, hit it.
The answer is Alessandro Altobelli.
Ah, Altobelli. At least I've heard of him. Yeah, but he's a bit obscure.
Yeah, but no, genuinely true. Before 2 weeks ago, he was the only player to have ever scored in all 3 group games, and one of them was against Argentina. Probably should have said that.
Interesting. That's another good pub quiz question, isn't it? Very good.
Cool. All right, Mr. Tom, let the people know how you feel about him.
No, you people want to know how I feel about you motherfuckers. No, so seriously. Thank you to Gary for allowing myself and Sam the platform to basically behave like pricks on a Saturday night. No, sorry. I shouldn't say Sam behaves like a prick. Sam, well, you know. But no,
Sometimes.
seriously, yeah. No, seriously, they're good lads. No, I appreciate the opportunity to mess around live on the internet. No, wait, that's my OnlyFans. No, wait, sorry. No. So, seriously, no. Thank you to everyone. That's about as useful as if we gave out the award for most salty person, it would be here are the nominees. The assembled after Tom did the first tactics truck. Then the assembled after he did the Matatizier tactics truck. There'd be the assembled after Tom breathed. No, I love the assembled. He's in my boys' club. That's why you'll appreciate that bit of what we call comedy. No, sorry, no. No, seriously, thank you everyone. Thank you for supporting us as usual. I mean, did we get any new people? Yeah, we did. Got that guy at the beginning who was like on Twitch, isn't it? Like, don't waste the Twitch. Yeah. So new people, but still love my loyal core audience, all the people in my boys' club. Even Miss Melina, she's in the boys' club.
Right. Is your boys' club called Neverland?
All right, and on that note,
why would I say that?
And
Sam?
on that note,
Neverland.
Sam, tell the people goodbye. Farewell. Arrivederci. Let's move on.
We have to move along now. Moving
along, and we're walking.
Moving along. We didn't see anything here. There's nothing to see here. Thanks for having me on, Gary. As always good fun to be here with Tom. We have a good time. We have a great laugh with everyone in the chat. A great interaction with everyone in the chat. It's always a good bunch of guys and gals in there that join in with us and have some fun. As I said, it's always entertaining. Always enjoy it. Tonight's going to be very fascinating. We've got a good game coming up now soon. France versus England. Let's hope. Well, I hope England go through, of course, because I don't like the dirty frogs. But hopefully it'll be a good game. I think it'll be cagey for a while because both teams, don't really want to open up and let in goals. So I think it's going to be pretty cagey and careful until the second half. Open up more in the second half, and hopefully we avoid penalties because, as we know, England and penalties don't go together very well at all. A bit like Ulrike Janssen and Stan Collibor, as Tom mentioned earlier, don't go very well together. So but thanks everyone for joining, and I hope everyone has a great Saturday night, and see you guys soon.
Cool. And as everybody, Sam and Mr. Tom did say, thank you for joining us. We'll do this again next Saturday. We don't know about the tactic truck. We're going to have to talk to our lawyers because there's going to be a bit of a discussion there, but we'll see what happens. More than likely it will be back, but I don't know. It might be under some different rules, so we'll see. It might be pre-recorded. I don't know. There might be some kind of there will be beeps most likely and mutes, so you might have to just check the closed captioning for the words below to read it if we allow that. So check it out next week.
That would be great. Truck.
So you know what? We should probably do a segment where you're chatting about whatever and we put the captions out just to see, so everybody can understand what you're trying to say.
Show
and
people what I'm saying in English, yeah.
More than likely you won't like it, but that's probably where we're going to have to go with this. We're going to call it the Tactics Truck Translator. And I think we have a new segment upon a segment coming soon.
Evolution,
to a station
baby.
We're moving on. Everybody will have a say in what goes in a tactics truck. But like I said, thank you for showing up. We'll do this again next Saturday. As I like to say, life is a journey. Don't waste a trip. Enjoy the ride. And we will see you on the next one. Everybody, thank you again. And we're out.